Well, let's try this again. Well, this right here is my second attempt to use my Intel Xeon chip that I got a while back for $30. It's my X5675 6-core 12-thread processor. And I had another computer that I was trying to use it for, and I'll go ahead and put that up on top of the screen. And that computer didn't work out because the BIOS didn't support the processor. But this computer right here should support it. The person who I bought it from said that he had an Intel Xeon processor, the quad-core variant of this same type of chip, and it worked just fine. So this one I got high hopes for. So I'll go ahead and go over the specs of this machine and what I'm going to be doing with it. Right here, as you can see, it is a pretty nice little case here. I like all the little buttons on top. You have all these little knobs to control the fans and everything, but there are a couple of things I'm going to be doing with it. But let me go ahead and show you what's in here. And as you can see, you have a nice little Corsair power supply. This is AX750. I believe this is a gold rated power supply, and it has the modular cables and everything in there. Very nice, very dusty, as you can tell. Ooh. And over here is their motherboard. It's a Gigabyte motherboard, and I have checked the information on this particular model, and supposedly it does accept the X58. Well, rumor has it accepts the X58. There's nothing confirmed on there, but I'm going to go ahead and try it anyway and see how that comes out. As you can see, you have a nice little water cooler in here for the Corsair, and as is typical, the radiator is upside down, so I'll have to flip this around. That shouldn't be the big deal. And then you have this graphics card. From what I understand, this is a Fire Pro graphics card, professional use. This is coming out, obviously. That's not going to work. Instead, I'm going to be replacing it with this AMD RX 5500 XT. This is the graphics card I was going to be using in another build, but I didn't exactly use it. I had to use something else. But this is going to be a very good pairing with the processor, which is the Xeon processor. In here already, as you can see, you have 3 DIMMs in here. They are 2 GB DDR3 DIMMs memory. And I have right here 3 more sticks of 2 GB DDR3, so I'm going to have 12 gigabytes total in this computer. And then you're going to have this is where your drives are going to be, and of course I'm going to put my hard drive in there, 1 terabyte, and my 120 gigabyte SSD for the operating system. I've already tested the system, and apparently it does have a Windows 10 Pro key attached to the BIOS, so that's going to save me a little bit of money. I'm going to have to clean out this entire system, take it all apart, because this is dust everywhere with my data vac, and as you can see, the cabling leaves a lot to be desired. One last thing in here is this guy. This is actually a kind of show you right here. As you can see, the guy had a USB cable that runs through here and goes all the way out, and this connects to the front panel, I believe, on the top. It connects to all this up here. So I'm going to have to change that around because that is just not going to work for me. I am going to get a adapter from Micro Center tomorrow. It'll be in this video, you can see it. It will allow me to convert this connector to an internal USB 3 header. Then I'm going to install a PCIe USB 3.0 card in here, and then plug this cable with the adapter into the card, so this will not be hanging out here anymore. And you'll have some additional USB 3.0 ports, which will be very good for people who want to use streaming, or people who want to use a virtual reality headset. You'll have the USB ports in order to do that, so that's going to be a nice benefit. So let me go ahead and take this machine apart, and let's get started. All right, so here is the computer all torn asunder. I had a video of me taking it apart, but the video got corrupted. So yeah, here is the end result of me spending about 30 minutes taking this thing apart. A couple of neat finds in this computer. The graphics card in here was an Fire Pro 3D graphics card V7800. This is an older professional grade graphics card used for like video editing, video rendering, whatnot. And it still sells for about 20-25 bucks online. So I think I'm just going to put it up online, try to sell it and get rid of it. And then the memory kit in here, I decided to go ahead and keep this memory kit. It was actually much better than I thought. It is a DDR3. This is the Viper Extreme set. This is a 3 DIMMs kit. A little dirty there, but it's a 3 DIMM kit. This is actually 12 gigabytes. Each DIMM is 4 gigabytes each, and they are rated at 2000 megahertz DDR3, which is frankly amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this kit for myself. I may use it in another build in the future. And that, so I see all 3 of them right there. And instead, along with the 6 gigabytes I already had of this DDR3, I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 gigabyte DIMMs in, also giving me a total of 12 gigabytes, which was my original goal to begin with. But this just allows me to get rid of my 4 gigabyte sticks, which have just been collecting dust for quite some time. So if I can get rid of some of them, get the memory that I want in there, and then keep this really nice memory for something else in the future, I'll go ahead and do that. But let's go ahead and just start cleaning everything up and wiping it down and get all ready for the build. So I finished the build. You can see it right here on the background as I'm editing the video for this system right now on it. Now I'll go ahead and roll some B-roll footage so I can show you some of the features of this system. A couple of things that I liked. The fan controller on the top of the unit is very convenient. It helps run the 200mm fan in the front and on the top of the system. The air filters on the top and the front of the system can be popped out and put back in for easy cleaning. The filter in the front has one of the tabs that holds it in place broken, but as you can see, it still pops in and stays in place just fine. I was having a little trouble with the Blu-ray drive, but I went ahead and blew it out with some air and it seems to be working fine just now. Of course, one of the big things I did was go ahead and install a new USB 3.0 card as well as an adapter cable so that I no longer had to have that front USB cord being run through the case and popping out into the back. I really didn't like how that was set up, and I think this is a much better solution in addition to giving an additional 2 USB 3.0 ports in the back of the machine, which is very useful for people who want to plug in maybe an Elgato streaming device or a virtual reality headset. Performance wise, the system exceeded my expectations. Almost every esports title was running at a smooth 100 frames per second or higher. Shadow of the Tomb Raider was running at 70 frames per second on high settings, and that was really nice to have. And GTA 5 on max settings was also running at around 70 frames per second. I'm going to go ahead and list this system at around $550, which will give me a little bit of profit, but not too much. As always, if you're interested in purchasing the system, I'll go ahead and put the links to it in the description below. If you like this video, go ahead and leave your likes and comments below. Till next time.